Ben, Welling round off 2023 with what in the end was a hard-fought point at Dartford. How did you see that?
I think it was a deserved point. I think, again, it wasn't one for the purists, probably, a bit like Tuesday. But I felt a point was the minimum that we deserved. To be honest, I felt we probably deserved a point on Tuesday as well. Two tight games. I think what I've just been told, I'm not sure, I think their keeper got MOM today. My view from the side was I felt that while there wasn't a huge amount in the game, I thought we probably got in the better areas. I thought their keeper worked more than our keeper worked. But it was bordering on, or it was about to be another frustrating afternoon, because it was another kind of typical Welling performance at the moment, which is where we're okay with the ball. We work ourselves into some good areas, but just lack that little bit of quality in both boxes, which looked like it was going to come back to haunt us. But thankfully, we got something at the end.
How important was it to stop that run of results as well? It was 3 defeats in a row. It would have been 4 had that goal not gone in at the death there. So, just from a morale point of view, how important is it to stop that?
Yeah, wins, and we didn't get a win today, but wins, draws, points on the board are ultimately what breeds confidence. And it's been tough. There's no denying it. It's been tough, because I think we've spent most of the first half of this season talking about how we've actually played well in games and maybe deserve more from games than we've got. And it's hard to keep installing that into the players, which is that mentality of performance first and just keep going and things will turn. So yeah, absolutely. No one likes losing games. We hate losing games of football, but like you say, getting that point will hopefully give the boys that little bit of belief that we can go on and get a result in the next game.
Going into the new year now, in the second half of the season, we're well into that. A couple of games past the halfway mark. Yeah. What is the difference now for Welling to get out of that bottom 4 and to start looking upwards? Because there's still plenty of games, plenty of opponents to play for, yeah. But what needs to change to make sure that that's achieved?
Well, look, it might sound ridiculous, but I think we've got to turn some of our performances into results. I will confidently stand here and say that in the first half of the season, there's probably between 12 and 15 points that I would argue that we've chucked away in games just through a bit of a lack of quality in both boxes, either through not taking chances or by giving up cheap goals at the other end. So we've got to turn some of these performances into more points. There's no secret the squad needs bolstering. We need a bit more quality in the squad, and that's no. I'm not being disparaging about the players that we've got. But ultimately, we've had half a season, and unfortunately, we've lacked a bit of quality at both ends. So, our job now is to try, by hook or by crook, to add some quality to the group. How achievable that is with the resources we've got, I don't know, but that's what we'll be working to do, because we feel like, we're in games, the majority of games. We play some decent football, but ultimately, it's a results business.
With plenty of games over the last few weeks, we've now got 7 days now to the next game against Averley. How important is that now to have a bit of a respite, to some of those lads to have a bit of a rest and to recuperate, because it has been a tough run of games?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some tired bodies in there again. That one of the downsides, I suppose, of not having a deep squad is that you're asking the same players to keep going out and churning it out each game, which, as I say, is harder still when confidence takes a knock because you're not winning games. So yeah, the boys will value the rest, I'm sure. We've got to make sure that everybody's fit and raring for the next game, which is Averley. So we need to make sure the boys are fit and ready for that, and we'll go into that again looking to be positive and looking to get a result.
There were 5 changes as well today. That must have played its part as well, with the fact that there'd be so many games. Obviously, Lachlan Bird's been pretty much ever present since he came to the club, and he got a rest today. Was that with that in mind?
Yeah, I think ultimately players need a rest. Whether they've been playing well or not playing well, mentally it takes its toll, especially in the situation that we've been in terms of results and where we are in the table. But listen, we've got an unbelievable group of lads in there. They're all giving everything that they've got for the cause. We're bleeding everything we can out of them. As I say, there's no secret. We need a deeper squad. We'll work towards getting a deeper squad and hopefully adding some more quality to it. But at the end of the day, we've got an unbelievable set of fans behind us. Again today, and you get winning draws and you get losing draws, and that one feels like a winning draw. So hopefully that'll, like you say, breed a bit of confidence into the boys, and we can carry that forward.
Cheers, Ben.